My bad, man. It took so long to come here, yo. I don't know. I still don't know. All I can say about a pick is this. It's the first draft pick I've ever seen. Well, not ever seen, sorry. Maybe this decade or 5 years that I was actually speechless that this person was taken in the second round by a team like the Philadelphia Eagles who already has a quarterback named Carson Wentz. You're just shocked. And this is why I didn't come right on and make a video. Because I didn't know how to feel. I wasn't mad at the pick. But I still was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't mad, but I was more shocked, stunned. And then I'm just like, what the fuck? This thing, none of this makes sense. It just doesn't add up. And I'm like, this is a joke, right? Like, this is some mock draft joke thing, correct? This ain't real, right? This ain't real. Now, my boy's texting me like, yo, this shit's wild. I'm like, I know. I don't know what the hell is going on. And I'm just like, wow. Because, you look, and then I looked at it and said, you know what? We do need a backup quarterback. And now you look at it, Jalen Hurts. The guy's good. The guy's good. He reminds me somewhat of Russell Wilson, but faster, not as good at throwing the ball, I will say that. He can develop into a Russell Wilson. But that's not the point here. We need a guy who's a backup. Of course, Wentz is the future, is the quarterback. He's already been there. He's a Pro Bowl 27-year-old quarterback who's been established in the league, making $100 million a year. But I understand it from you need a backup just in case Wentz goes down. So now if Wentz goes down, you kind of like, this guy's good. You don't have to worry about a Josh McCown or a Nate Sudfeld, or if they would have waited until later rounds and took a Jake Fromm or Jacob Eason, and just expect or hope they'll be good. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is a guarantee, slam dunk, he's going to be good, but he has more upside than those cats. Way more. Way more. But this is where it gets me twisted. I'm like, so what is it? It's still a second round, 53rd pick in the second round, basically the 21st pick of the first round, but in the second. And you took a quarterback. What does that say to me? I don't know. Night one, you kind of screwed up. You tried your best to trade up for CeeDee Lamb. I heard on the radio today, I heard from Southbound Antonio saying, yo, they tried their best. They did. Like, they went hard in the paint to try to trade. But I look back and go, that's cool. You tried really hard. Did you offer your second-round pick? Because I know damn well I would have gave up my second-round pick if I knew we were going to get Jalen Hurts with it. You still had Christian Fulton on the damn board. You had Denzel Mims on the board. Wide receiver, which is another damn need. I don't give a damn that you drafted Jalen Reagor and you got Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey. They're on one fucking leg, dude. They're old. Okay? But Christian Fulton is a need. And you don't go to, you take quarterback. So that was my first reaction. My first reaction actually wasn't even that. My first reaction was, as I look over my pops, like, what the fuck? And then I look at the team. Man, I don't know where to go with it. And now the Eagles are trying to spin it as, we can use them in a Jason Tatum type role, and like the Saints do with Jason Tatum. And I understand that. But Jason Tatum was undrafted. And even if Jason Tatum was in this draft, he wouldn't have been no damn second-round pick. Because when you draft a person in the position of quarterback, you draft him as a quarterback. Now, Doug did say, but I don't know. Everything is weird right now. And then they come out and every one of their questions, you go back and watch the interview of Howie, or press conference of Howie and Doug Peterson. They're dodging questions. They're making shit sound real weird. We talked to Carson about it earlier, we told him about the situation. Like, what situation? Yeah, we know you need a backup, but still, relax. Then you look at that, you look at Jalen Hurts was acting weird, like, I don't know my role. Like, almost like they're all in on it, like they know that they're going to trade him for someone, if that's even going to happen now. I heard Yannick, from the Jaguars, they're going to package up Jalen Hurts and Alshon, or they might save Jalen Hurts and then trade him mid-season. To the Jags, if Minshew starts stinking up the joint. Now, this is just some big stupid thing, all right? I don't know, dude. And he's acting fishy with his role. I don't know my role. Then you got Doug saying, we can use him. Have you seen Breeze and Taysom Hill? That's basically what Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts will be. But then he likes to also add in the end, after he goes in this big thing about, you seen Breeze and Taysom Hill, basically saying, Breeze the elite quarterback, Taysom Hill is basically a gadget, whatever quarterback, and basically saying the same thing, Wentz is an elite quarterback, and this guy, Jalen Mills, the hell. This guy, Jalen Hurts, is a gadget guy. He ain't Wentz's level. But then you pitch it at the end, but he is a great passer of the ball or something like that. He said something along those lines. None of it makes sense to me. I don't know if they know something that we don't know, if it's those three are in on something. I do know they will be using him in a Taysom Hill type thing, and I think it's just really weird because you have this go down. Now, look, if we were a team without a quarterback, or we had a quarterback that was shaky, and, for example, like when Nick Foles, or I'm just using him as an example because that's the last quarterback I can think of that was, okay, I wouldn't say his name because everyone's going to get mad. So I'll just say Sam Bradford. Okay, if we had Sam Bradford, and he still believed in him, and then the second round took a guy like Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't mind it. You would look at Sam Bradford's age, you would see his injury history, you would see how, and you talk about Wentz is injured. No, this guy's real injury prone, and he's just not as consistent. Where Wentz is consistent, he's at least a top 10 quarterback. Was at one point top 5 and can be top 5 quarterback in the league. And then and I'm like, this makes no sense, especially how young Wentz is too, and how you signed to $100 million. But then I look at it from the positive, say, you know what? They want a backup who, if Wentz does go down, which I will say this, I think a lot of the Wentz stuff is overblown. I think a lot of him being hurt. If you look at his statistics, 4 years in the league, he only missed 8 games. People act like he was Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck missed whole seasons. Like, he missed whole seasons. Wentz only missed 8 games out of his whole 4-year career. Basically, most of them being in that Super Bowl year. And then, then the next year he missed like a few games or whatever. But nothing like, people act like he missed whole seasons. 4 years, 8 games missed, that's it. That's not bad to me. But I do understand if he does get hurt or does go down, that you want a reliable backup. If you look at when we had Chase Daniels, we were paying him, almost $8 million a year just to be a backup? So backup thing is still, it's a lot of money you got to invest in it. Where with this one, you get Jalen Hurts, who can be a contributor in terms of being a gadget player. Be like, he can run the scrambles and do this and do that, and you do all types of gadget plays with him. Especially since now we don't have an offensive coordinator. We have an offensive council or consultants. Yeah, that group's going to come up with some, what are they going to call it, trick plays every goddamn play? Invent a new system or something in the league, it sounds like? I don't know. But what I'm saying is it makes sense. So he signed this guy to, basically he's going to be on a 5-year rookie deal. Pretty cheap money. And if something happens where Wentz does get hurt, you put him in and he can contribute maybe. And then there's other people saying, well, if Wentz does get hurt or something happens by 2022, there's a way they can get him out of the contract. This guy, Jalen Hurts, will be developed by then, God forbid, even though that shouldn't be on our thoughts. But he'll be developed by then they could throw him in. I don't know. It's just so blind. And then we picked the 3rd-round pick. I don't even want to talk about it right now. That was a good pick. I like that pickup a lot. I'm just real... This one just blew it for me. Like, last night, I was already a little pissed. Then I calmed down from the Jalen Reagor. I like the Jalen Reagor pick. I was just pissed about the CeeDee Lamb thing. Then the next time you do this, I was like, for one minute, I said to one of my boys, I said, I think Howie and the Philadelphia Eagles work for the media companies in Philly sports because they do shit like this to cause chaos, to cause quarterback controversy, to cause people to get rowdy. They love this stuff. They want this stuff. And you know what? At one point tonight, I said, I embrace it. I said, I embrace it. Tear the whole motherfucker down. Burn that motherfucker to the ground. You understand? I swear I said embrace it. The chaos. Let it come. Locker room violence. Locker room drama. Everyone's turning on everybody. I love it. I'm with it. Fuck this team. That's what I was thinking in my head. I said, let's do it. Let's just get fucking nuts. Let's go somewhere else with this thing. But you know what? I calmed down now and I came on here. And I will say, I like the pick, I guess. I don't know what to say because he's not going to be a day one contributor. Unless you're going to make 15 to 20 plays per game where he's going to be in, then it is a value pick. It's also how you pick if Wentz does get hurt, which you don't go into a season saying, yeah, this guy's going to break his leg week 1, preseason, week 1, preseason, snap his damn shit. Oh, yeah, throw him in. Yeah, this pick is worth something. No, but I want someone to contribute. We still have this little window to win another Super Bowl. It's little. It's hanging on by a thread before they blow the whole thing up and get all new young guys. And you need to take someone who's going to contribute day one. Because this guy, Jalen Reagor, I think he's going to contribute. I don't know about day one. You know, whatever, man. I don't know. Shit's crazy. Comment below on your thoughts. Like, subscribe, and I don't know what the hell's going on. It's real fishy shit, man. It's real weird with their answers. They're not answering the right shit, and they're not, whatever. I don't know. Go Birds, flag was fly. I'm out.